when is the mix finished, Ken? How do you know? I think that's one of the toughest things as a young mix engineer to know. And I'll give you a great story. When we founded Mixing Night, Dom Ravinius, co-founder of Mixing Night, awesome K-pop producer. He got stuck during the pandemic with us. He was supposed to be in America for 2 weeks. He ended up staying with us for 3 months. We started Mixing Night as Q&A with Ken just so we could have something to do and give you guys some community and keep everybody together. Dom was trying to get his pro mixing chops up at the time, and staying with me is, had somebody who could really show him. And he would do these mixes on my SSL, and then when he was ready, he'd be like, "Can you come listen once or twice through?" And this happened so many times that it just kind of became the running joke. And I'd be like, "All right, you ready?" He's like, "Yep." No more than 4 or 5 total moves, and that mix went from 92% to 100%. And the lesson is, if you don't know what those 4 or 5 moves are, you don't know what those 4 or 5 moves are. But if you do, then you know where the finish line is. And the finish line is the hardest thing to find. It really comes with a lot of experience. Here are some of the ways to get there. It is crucially important to build the ability to listen in the macro and the micro. So we get way too caught up in listening into things and going, what is the guitar doing? What is the piano doing? What is the background vocal doing? What is the hi-hat doing? And what is very difficult to do when you've trained yourself to do that is snap back out and say, well, what is the song doing? Fuck the hi-hat. What is the song doing? What is the song telling me it needs right now? And what is the song lacking, or where do I want to take it? What is my vision for this song? And that's, if there's anything that comes out of tonight, I want you to change your mindset from the tools to the creative vision. The tools are just tools. You can use any of these tools, and they're probably going to get you very, very similar results. It's find the interfaces of those tools that make the most sense with your brain. When you pick this thing up, you're like, I know what this does. I know exactly what I want to do with it. I feel creative with it. And boom, those are the types of tools that I use. But this EQ against that EQ against that EQ, if I needed to get the exact same result out of each of them, I could. The difference is how I get that result. Do I like the way this feels? Do I like, a perfect example would be the difference between the Pultec Pro Legacy and like a fully parametric EQ. Fully parametric, I can sweep every single frequency as tight or as wide as I want, but the Pultec just gives me steps. And sometimes I like the steps because I just want to hear okay, in each of these ranges, what's happening. And sometimes I want a parametric and I'm like, okay, I want to sweep this frequency and I need to find the center of either the juiciest part that I really want to bring out or the center of the harsh thing that I really want to notch and bring down. That's kind of how my brain thinks. I never think in terms of do I need more 10K on the mix? Do I need more 100 hertz? I don't think like that at all. Here's a great finishing tip. When you think everything is done or as you're getting really, really close, go to the top, hit play, back up 3 feet, don't move, and listen. It will be painful, excruciating. You will hear things about your mix that you could not believe you sat there for the last hour and missed. Then you hear those, you make your notes, you get back up here, you make all of your different changes, you go back to the top of the song, you start it again, and you give yourself another excruciating mix and make your notes. And then when you can listen through like this, start to finish and go, no changes, then you know you're done. And I'm just basically listening for an overall blend. Especially, can I hear the lead vocal and can I understand every single word of the lead vocal? If I can do those two things, and is the lead vocal sitting well? Is it not overpowering everything? Is it sitting on top of the music but not so much that it sounds like karaoke? All these things are kind of, subliminal questions that run through my mind really quickly as I listen to anything.